At a young age, I was exposed to quite a few things that I shouldn't have been exposed to. So at about 6 or 7, I was exposed to pornography by an older cousin. And, it wasn't an addiction that I was proud of. It was one that, I was quite ashamed of. And I actually forced myself to stop at the age of 12. But, by then it was too late because my mind had already been altered by the things that I'd seen. And, it really did affect me. And there was another incident where my sister and I, when we were younger, we were led into an alleyway by a few older boys around our area, and we were forced to do things that we didn't want to do. And through that, I built up quite a deep hatred towards men. I felt like men would take advantage of me, so I didn't allow myself to get into any relationships. And that hatred even transferred onto my family members. With my brother, I didn't feel comfortable around him. I didn't like him looking at me for too long. We would get into physical fights. I didn't care that he could beat me up. I just didn't like him at all. And then also, I would take the anger out on my sister because growing up, my sister and my older brother were quite close. And I didn't understand why my sister would allow a male to be that close to her, knowing that we'd been through similar things when we were younger. And so that really did get on my nerves. And also with my dad, I didn't look at him in the same way. I really wasn't comfortable around men because, I didn't want to be taken advantage of in the same way that I was when I was younger. My worst point was when my mum passed away in 2015, and it was actually on my younger brother's birthday. So we were actually getting ready to leave the house and celebrate his birthday, and all of a sudden my mum had collapsed, and we found out later on that she'd passed away. And that's when I actually developed quite bad anxiety, and actually began to actually develop symptoms of problems that my mum was going through when she was alive. And so in my mind, I was next. So whatever she had gone through, I was probably gonna, go through the same thing. And so I had no peace. I couldn't sleep at night because, to be honest, I didn't know whether I'd wake up the next morning. The health problems kept getting worse, and I'd go to the doctor and they would find nothing wrong with me. And I realized that it was something spiritual, or something quite serious. My siblings and I, we were invited to the place of worship by a friend of ours, and we all came together, but we didn't expect to actually find help. We came to the youth group and, it was all fun and games. We liked the music, I could sing, so I enjoyed performing and stuff like that. But I realized that nothing was really changing for me because I was only attending the youth group. So it wasn't until I actually attended the place of worship and, I listened to the words that I was receiving, and, it really stood out for me, and it helped me to see the reality of what I was going through, and I actually needed to change because what I was going through wasn't normal. So that is when I said enough is enough. And I actually, took in the words that I were learning. I learned to overcome the grudges. I learned to use my faith so I could get rid of the fears. So I'm completely different now. It's like my life took a 180 degrees turn. My family is united. People come up to us and ask, how are you and your siblings so united? Not realizing that it hasn't always been like that. In my house there's peace. I'm no longer angry at my brother, I have no grudges. My life's just moving forward in every single way. And even with my dad, he's seen the difference, the change in us, to the point where he never used to agree with the place that we were coming to worship. And now he's inviting other family members for us. He invited my half-brother to come because he saw the change in us, and he saw, that the place we were coming to was actually helping.
What a story of faith, right? The story of Venicia that was abused. She was traumatized by everything that she went through. She thought that she could never be happy. And right now, because of what happened with you before, you are also suffering, and you cannot start a new life. You cannot start a relationship because of something that happened with you, and you are filled with this grudge. You are filled with this anger inside of you, and you tried already to overcome these problems. You tried already to solve these things, but unfortunately you couldn't. I want to let you know that you can learn how to overcome this situation. You can learn how to overcome all of these problems that you are going through. After she started to come with us and she started to participate, look the change. Today she's happy. She has the relationship with the family. There is union in her house, and you can have this as well. But in order for you to have your life back, in order for you to have a new life, you need to do what she did. And what she did, she took a decision. She took a decision. When she had the opportunity to come, she came. And that's what you need to do as well. You are watching us, you are participating with us, but in order for you to have your life changed, you need to take a step of faith and come this Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to have our gathering of faith. And I believe that your life will change. The same way her life changed, your life will change as well. This Sunday, 10 a.m., if you are suffering and you want to have a new life, we just started this new year and you're going to have a new life. This Sunday at 10 a.m., we are going to be here at Syggrou Avenue, number 122. We are very near from Syggrou Fix metro station. If you want to speak with us, you can send us a message at our WhatsApp, Viber, or telephone. You can feel free to call, and we're going to be, with all of our pleasure, we are going to help. 697-016-7938. May God bless you, and this Sunday, 10 a.m.
No matter how serious the situation you are facing, come and receive your miracle and overcome all your problems. Come and join us at Syggrou Avenue 122 near Syggrou Metro Fix Station in the heart of Athens. For more information, contact our 24-hour helpline 6970167938.